Welcome back, everyone. I am Brian. You are Chords and Notes Nation. You've been invited into my living room once again to have a seat. We have something kind of new for this channel. Not really new. It's a Travelogue reaction. I think I will do more of those. It's going to be part of my Brazilian documentary series. I've done an Indonesian documentary series. I will continue to add to that. I know I've dropped the ball on that one. I haven't reacted. I haven't finished my timeline, my historical timeline of Indonesia yet, but that's coming. This is for Sonia, one of my biggest supporters, and she is Brazilian, and she is from the area where this gentleman is going to kind of show us around. It's called BELO HORIZONTE, Getting to Know the Capital of Minas Gerais, Brazil. I probably didn't pronounce it right, don't speak Portuguese, but hey, giving it a shot here, okay? This is actually part one. This was put out 2 years ago on the William Frost YouTube channel. I'll try and connect it at the end of this video, or you can go there, check it out yourself. We're just going to learn a little bit more, a little bit about Brazil, especially this area, and I'll give you my reaction. How's that? Let's watch. You know what? I just subscribed. That's how that works. That's how easy that works. Can you do that with my channel? Yes, you can. Will you? I hope so.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Belo Horizonte. This is the capital city of the state of Minas Gerais, in the southeast of Brazil. It's quite a busy city. Okay.
So Belo Horizonte is the city, is the capital of Minas Gerais, which is a state in Brazil. Got it.
Population of about 2.7 million people, so quite a big place.
It's a lot of people.
I've been here about 2 days now. Just been getting to know the place a bit and getting a feel for the city. It's a very busy place, especially the centre where I am now. There's loads going on, a lot of activity. Interestingly, this city was a planned city that was built in 1897. It was one of the first planned cities in Brazil, and it served as a model for when they built the capital city, Brasilia, in 1960. So right now I'm on the Afonso Pena Avenue, which is one of the main drags in the city, one of the principal avenues. I'm heading to the municipal park. So I did come here yesterday to have a quick look around, but the weather's much better today. It's been really wet, lots of tropical storms for the past week in Minas Gerais. So today we've actually got some really good weather, so I think it's going to be a good time to have a look around the park. Hi. Really good to be back in Brazil. I always like coming here. It's always exciting and interesting and diverse. So I'm looking forward to getting to know Belo Horizonte today and seeing some of the sights and sounds and try and get to know this big city a bit better. Right, so I've made it into the municipal park, and yeah, it's really beautiful in here. It's very cool because there's a lot of shade from the trees and the foliage, so it's really nice, really fresh.
Oh, cool.
The park is free to get in, but you do have to register online. You log in and then you get sent an email and then you have to enter your details. It took me about 10 minutes because I was having a few issues with my phone, but I think for most people it took them just a few minutes. So that's just one thing to bear in mind. You have to bring your phone with you when you come here.
Register to get into a park?
The official name for this park is the Parque Americo René Gianetti, named after this man. And here's a bust in his name. It says that he was actually the mayor of Belo Horizonte from 1951 to 54. He made some important improvements to the park during his government, and in 1955 the park received his name. So that's some of the history. So the park is made up of different areas. Here you've got a bandstand, and over here you've got quite a big lake. So there are different bits of the park with different features, and there's even a theatre near the entrance. So there is a lot of variety in the things that you can see and do here. There's a big route that goes all the way around the park. I think it's a cycle lane, but if you want to see the whole park, you can just follow the route. There's lots of birds here. I can't see too many animals, to be honest. There are some stray cats. I haven't seen any other mammals or anything like that.
That's because they ate
them
all.
Birds, you can hear them tweeting quite loudly. So some of these trees must be at least 100 years old due to their height and the width of the trunk. So there's a lot of very mature trees here. What's quite useful is that they have these signs with the name of the tree in Portuguese and in Latin, so that you can work out what the tree is. And they also have the origin. I think this one is from India. So this is called a Gettr, or jackfruit tree. So the jackfruit are these massive yellow tropical fruits that you can see growing on the trees. I've never actually tried the jackfruit, but they are popular in Brazil. And this one's got even more jackfruit. You can see them growing. It does say you're not allowed to pick these, and I think it would be quite tempting to pick one and see what it was like. But you have to respect the environment and the nature here. This is the Lago dos Barcos, or the boat lake. So if you want to get a boat, I think this is where you come to. I can't see any today.
A prefeitura traz, mas a gente traz assim, sozinho assim.
Ah, ok.
Franguinho.
Frango? Ah, que bom.
Com ração. Tá, amor, vem cá. Aqui.
So this lady's feeding the cats. Obrigado. Tem muito gatos no parque?
Pena que eu não vi os que eu tratei lá na frente, pra não faltar junto, que é tantão, você entendeu?
Ah, ok. Que bom.
Tratei uns que ficam ali debaixo. Tratei, o parque todo, tô rodando.
This lady's showing me where the cats live in the park.
She's a cat lady.
Eles não trataram dele hoje. Aqui a ração, ó.
So under the bamboos,
Mas água mesmo eles não puseram, que é oficial.
they've got this little
Tem
house.
que levar água. Vou sempre trazer água pra eles.
Quem coloca as rações? É você que faz?
É a prefeitura.
Ah, entendi.
É. Isso vem a pessoa de manhã e põe. Agora a gente dá isso aqui que é um petisco pra eles, né? Vou pôr aqui, ó, que ele vai voltar. Entendeu?
Entendi.
Aí eu ponho ali e vai voltar.
Que bom. So in the park there are a lot of these bamboo bushes. They're absolutely enormous. And they're really compact at the bottom. So that was really cool talking to that lady. She comes here every day to feed the cats, and she says that the council also helps with the food, with the cat food. So it was really nice talking to her. One thing to note is that Belo Horizonte is normally known by its nickname, which is BH, which is just BH in Portuguese, so the abbreviation of the full name. Almost nobody actually uses the word Belo Horizonte when they're talking about the place, and they, most of the time, use the abbreviation of BH. So some of the more interesting or obscure trees have got signs that you can read, and this one's called the Munguba. It says here that it's actually from the Amazon region, but it adapts easily to different conditions of soil and climate. So that's really fascinating. They've brought a tree from the Amazon and they've planted it in the middle of Minas Gerais. So you can see how big it is and how extensive the foliage is. Interestingly enough, this tree, Pau Brazil, is the tree that the nation of Brazil was actually named after.
Oh, I did not know that.
So this tree
Okay.
was used back in the 16th century by the Portuguese, the colonizers of Brazil, and its wood is used to create a red dye, and it became one of the most important commodities that Brazil produced and that the Portuguese sold in Europe. This is where the name Brazil actually came from, this tree itself, because it became known as A Terra de Brasil, so the land of Brazil trees. So pau just means wood, and Brazil comes from the word brasa, which means embers in Portuguese, and that's because the embers have the red colour that the wood produces when it creates the dye. It's a red dye. So yeah, this is sort of known as the national tree of Brazil, and it's where the country gets its name, so it's actually a really interesting story. But here we've got a playground for the kids right in the centre of the park, climbing frames, slides and things like that. And over here we've got a small football pitch, and people are playing football.
Soccer.
So there's loads of different things to do right in the centre of the park.
Soccer.
Lots of things for the local people of the city to do. I'm heading out of the park now. It took me about an hour to walk around the whole thing. It is a very big place. Yeah, but it's really beautiful, very calm, not that busy, and incredible trees, plants, interesting birds, things like that to see as well. So this is a must-see, I think, if you come to BELO HORIZONTE. Really interesting place, right in the heart of the city, so yeah.
Looks like a cool place to
This
hang
is
out.
definitely on the list of things to see here. So, off to the Central Market. I asked someone on the main avenue for directions, and he told me it would take about 10 minutes to walk there, so I'm heading there now. So BELO HORIZONTE is a city made up of hills, so you'll either be walking up or down a hill most of the time when you're here. Located the Central Market, and you can see it was opened in 1929, so quite a well-established market in the city centre. The market is located on this avenue, Avenida Augusto de Lima. The state of Minas Gerais is actually really well known for its food, its cuisine, and its gastronomy. And it is very well known for its cheese as well. So I imagine there'll be lots of cheese stands. Got some butchers here. Wow, look at the key for this lemonade shop. It must be really good lemonade.
Lemonade.
So we've got a traditional cheese stand, Gettr de Noé, and this is traditional cheese of Minas Gerais. Loja de Carlos, got lots of nuts, spices in here as well. Greengrocers, potatoes, beauty salon. So the Barcelona looks like a popular place to hang out in the market. I'm in the
Captain
central bit of
America
the
shirt.
market now. Got this really fantastic greengrocer with fresh fruits, fish and fish tanks for sale. fish. More cheese. Cooking products. Really big variety of products on sale here. Doces de Portugal, sweets from Portugal. Digger's got some wine for sale, I think. Yeah. There's a lot of agriculture in Minas Gerais, so there are quite a few butchers selling meat, fresh meat. And the meat in Brazil is really good quality, and it's much more affordable than it is in England. Yeah, so we got some more butchers here.
Oh, the camera just moving and shaking too much. It's getting my eyes
A lot of beef,
crossed.
I think. Different cuts. So I think this is the butcher's section. This is where all the butcher shops are. Or Rei de Feijoada, King of the Feijoada. This is actually one of the biggest markets I've been to in Brazil, and it's really well air conditioned. There's fans all over the place, so it's not stuffy, it's not hot. It feels really comfortable walking around it. It's about 2 o'clock now, and I'm stopping for lunch at this place called Jorge Americano. This is actually quite a famous spot in the market. It's quite a traditional restaurant, and as you can see, it's been open since 1989. And it serves sort of traditional food from Minas Gerais. So the restaurant's in 2 parts. This is the bigger area of seating, and the other bit next to the kitchen. I've ordered my lunch. It came really quickly. I've got beef steak, and I've got some rice, beans, spaghetti, and I've got fresh orange juice as well. So all of this was 33 reais, and the drink was 6 reais, so really reasonable price. And it came in about 3 minutes, so really fast ordering. So I'm looking forward to trying this food in Jorge Americano.
Who's holding the camera?
Well-known restaurant in the central market of Belo Horizonte. Cheers. Lunch was really nice. Quite simple but very tasty. The beef was well cooked and well seasoned. I haven't seen spaghetti and rice before served on the same plate together, but I gather that is quite normal here. So there's a lot of carbohydrates going on for lunch, but it was really nice. It was really flavoursome. So I'm in the shop called Amazing. This is a shop with nuts, dried fruits, oils and things like that. So I've come here just to try some nuts, and I might buy some products as well to take back to the hotel with me.
Chocolate branco por dentro.
Really good.
Castanha de caju, chocolate branco e cacau.
Okay, there we go. This is a cashew nut with some chocolate on it, or cocoa. Really nice. Very sweet, but really tasty. Really good.
Mousse, maracujá.
Maracujá.
Yes.
Passion fruit.
Pouco crispy. Cacau. Crispy cacau, pouco.
So I think this is dried cocoa with coconut. Wow, really delicious flavour. Really, really nice. Esse tem castanha também?
A castanha foi aquela que eu te dei.
Ok, mas essa só tem banana?
Essa banana veio. Depois dessa eu vou te mostrar a castanha separada.
dried banana with some cocoa powder. Very nice, very tasty, very sweet, but really good.
Castanha do Brasil, castanha do Pará, não sei como vocês conhecem.
Yeah, this is a Brazil nut. Okay, so this is a Brazil nut with chocolate. Wow, delicious. Crunchy but sweet. Yeah, really good texture, really nice flavors. Muito obrigado. Thank you, Victor. I really appreciate your help. Yeah, so thank you very much. So I'm heading out to market
He
now.
just went and ate a whole bunch of
That
stuff
was a really
for
good
free.
experience. Loads of stuff to buy, loads of products. They're really kind of me. A Mars End shop to let me film in there and try some of their products, some of their wares. I bought some cashew nuts with
There you
salt,
go.
which is going to keep me going.
That's the least you can do, right?
13.9 reais for this bag. Really cool experience getting to know a bit of BELO HORIZONTE, going to the central market and trying some of the local products. And I had a really nice lunch at the restaurant Georgie Americano as well, so that was really cool.
Okay. No. Not gonna do that. But I gotta tell you, he went. At least he bought something, right? That's so clever. Just going in there. Hey, I'm making a documentary about all this stuff, and how about I sample some of your products for the camera for free? Okay, so only a couple of places he showed us, and I know it's part one. And so my thoughts here are like, okay, I was expecting something a little bit different, but this was actually kind of cool. This is more of the experience of being there. And if I were to make a documentary of the city where I live, I would probably do something similar. So it makes sense. The camera movement was starting to like short circuit my brain, but that's just the way it goes. Very cool on the park, although I don't like the fact that you have to register to get in, and that they have basically a population of domestic cats there. But it's cool that the city council feeds them and they're included in part of this experience there. It's probably the reason why you're not seeing a lot more mammals, because these cats are still going to be hunting and doing cat things. I don't know if we would do anything like that around here. I think that's different, much different culturally. Let's see. The food, the market, that was a very important. It was kind of like an indoor mall in a sense, like we have here, but it's very cool to see that and to see all the different things. It was much, how do I want to say? I didn't know what to expect. I'm not a world traveler. I've been to Israel, and the markets there. I went to Jerusalem, the old market in Jerusalem. That was kind of cool, but much different. We have outdoor markets here in the summertime. Just about every town has that. Every city has that. Here where I live in Wisconsin. Down in Milwaukee, there's an indoor marketplace. I've been to that one. Kind of similar. So there's a lot of things that were more similar from what I was seeing than different. And that just sort of, it makes you think, when you live in your own place for all your life and you don't travel a lot, you oftentimes have stereotypes in your mind, or a lot of questions, a lot of things you try and fill in on your own, and unless you see it or experience it for yourself, you won't really know the truth of what another culture, what another place looks like. In many ways, it's very similar to where I live, and in many ways, it's different. The parts that he showed us was very clean and organized. I like that. And just really a beautiful section of that city that we were shown. And there will be more. I have a feeling that Sonia, you will provide me with more, and I will explore a little bit more on my own as well and start to fill in creating a Brazil documentary reaction series. But for now, Belo Horizonte, what I saw from what this gentleman provided, very cool. Very cool indeed. All right, guys, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch with me and enduring the lighting. Look at that. The lighting issues that I have. I'll overcome them. It's an early Sunday morning, and I didn't feel like messing around with the lights all that much. So, God bless you. Jesus loves you. Thank you so much for being here. I'll talk to you